but somebody managed to sneak malware onto one of my computers, so I've been deleting it. So, not that there's anybody here anyway, so fuck you all. What the hell am I coming out here for, buddy? I got it for a reason. He's doing something. Stood up. Oh, all I was trying to do is get my camera stand. Alright, I'm a dumbass. I had no idea why I was standing. Also, even though life sucks right now, at least my beard is black, so I must not be under that much stress. Hey, Rocky. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to put your bed in the hallway. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out, buddy. Watch out, buddy. Anyways, it's called the Nostalgia Stream because I found that picture while I was perusing the interwebs. And, hold on a second. I thought it was a cool picture. Ugh. I got Rocky a little bed for when we're in the front of the store. Guardian, Steve, what's up? Glad to see me up and going. I don't know how much I'm going. Go ahead and lay down. Hey, what you doing? Who's my good boy? Hey, come here. Come here. Sit. Sit. Shake. You see that? Hold on. Do it again. Ready? Hold on. Sit. Yeah. Shake. You see my homie right here? Yeah. All right, let's get you a treat, which I left up front. Ow. Howdy, 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 ho. My dog is the smartest dog ever, and I don't give a shit who you are. If you don't like my dog, I don't like you. Yeah. Computer case. I used to have one that I called Project Monolith. I think that's going to be the name of that computer when I build it. Come here, buddy. There you go. You always treat your dog when he does something good, goddammit. Just picked up a Canik MC9 Prime. Have I shot one yet? I have not shot the Prime yet. My intentions are to get my hands on one. But I don't pay retail. So I'm waiting for my guy to get me one. I'm going to turn you around so that everything's not backwards. Okay, there you go. Okay. We're not going to make the same mistake we made the other day and forget to plug in the phone the right way. Hold on, guys. I'm just trying to figure out what's on my computer that shouldn't be. Yeah, I'm still signed in. All right.
Augment contact really.
Hi, Takada here. I like your dog, but not you. Yeah, well, you know what? That's fair. You don't have to like me. Like what you want, bro. New airsoft rotation. Sorry, I'm checking out your videos, dude. Thoughts on the Alpha Foxtrot Romulus? I am going to be getting one as soon as funds allow. Things are tight right now, and I'm working on some other projects. I have the Bursa M211 coming. They're sending that. They're doing a production run right now for distributors, and as soon as that's done, they said they should be sending it out by the end of the week. Well, this week, so hopefully next week I'll have that. I'm waiting on TSOS to send me the Mac double stack, or technically SDS. Hey, Random. Air Max, what is up? Sniper Monkey comes in and says hi. I say hi back. I don't even know I don't even know what's in frame or if I'm in frame. Good boy, Rocky. So Rocky hears me talking and he rolls his eyes and he goes and lays down in the hallway on the rug. But yeah, we've made decisions here for the store. We are going basically online only for now. I'll do pickups and transfers in my store, but I don't want to be here every minute of every goddamn day. Is that a smoke launcher? No, it is a 37 millimeter signal device that happens to launch other things than just smoke. Random Stuff says, what's your favorite gun? My favorite gun is a 1911. You like the Glock 17? That's a good gun. Shoots 9mm, one of the most common cartridges on the planet. 9mm somehow just kind of became the default caliber for everyday carrying thing because you're maximizing the number of rounds you can carry. And yes, Miami shootout proved that it might not be able to punch through multiple layers of things, but that was back in the day. New rounds tend to do a lot of permanent wound cavity damage. What's the worst gun to shoot? Honestly, a lot of Derringers get pretty bad, so they think it's funny, or companies think it's kind of fun to build calibers. Derringers, which are about that long and like 30-30, 45-70, things like that. They are painful to shoot. There's nothing to absorb recoil. Your favorite gun is a 50 cal. Well, 50 cal is a caliber for a round. Can you be a little more specific about which gun you like most? And I'm not saying that to be an idiot or a jerk or anything, but 50 cal can be a lot of things. It could be a 50 Beowulf, it could be the Desert Eagle and 50 Action Express, it could be a 1911 or a Glock in 50 GI, which is Guncrafters International. There's a lot of different 50 cals out there, so I'm just trying to be a little bit specific, just to make sure that I get it right. Far out, what is out? What is up? Are you in Canada by any chance, far out? That way I can say it, far out. Far out. Far out. He's out and about in a house. Come on in, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to figure things out and fix shit because, oh man, my head hurts so bad right now. I got such a bad migraine. Yeah, I was going through my computer files, noticed a little bit of a slowdown, and it turns out them sons of bitches. Somebody installed, there's a Trojan on my computer from some program that I'd never heard of. So I might be wiping these drives and starting over. I do that from time to time. I have special drives, like I got an 8 terabyte that's attached to the computer right now, and I've got several of them, so I can keep my YouTube videos stored. But I think somebody managed to sneak something onto my drive, probably through like a third-party app that I was using for porn. What was I about to look at? So, do I have a Glock 19? Yes. Your favorite gun is the Barrett M82. Nice. You're all the way up there in Vermont. It's crazy and scares me when people go, you're going up there, eh? That's not good. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, going all the way up there. You gotta be careful. You never know when somebody in a tree might be coming after you. Yeah, somebody said some reason, yeah, anyways. The maple syrup is far out, dude. Wait, it's far out or you're far out? Now I'm confused. You, sir, have a nice rack behind you. Yes, and when I wear my fake titties, I have a nice rack in front of me. I don't know how my dog's going to react to that. I haven't worn them yet since I got him. So, yeah, it'll be funny when I do. They're like, God damn, Dad, you got them tatas. Anywho. You all right, buddy? Yeah, he's already asleep. So, Rocky does not enjoy the live streams. He sits there and, yeah. Well, I needed that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on right now. I am definitely on the shadow ban side of shit right now, I think, because 10 viewers this late into the stream already. Something is wrong, something is fucky, something is wrong, and I'm not feeling lucky. Everything is wrong because there's not guns in the thumbnail. Every single one of you can suck my thumbnail. There we go. Jumping up a little bit. Sorry I paused my own damn live stream because I'm a dumbass. But yeah, you guys, as you come in, feel free to ask questions, talk about things. The picture in the thumbnail is actually the car I used to drive on a daily basis. I actually missed that car. That was a 1989 R7U Players car, also known as a 1LE, back when 1LE actually meant something special for a Camaro. That was one of 52 manual transmission 1LE cars built in 1989. I used to daily it. Hello, Israel. Wow, really? Let's see what happens when I change the thumbnail to a gun. Oh my god, it's a gun! Oh my god! There's a shower! What you doing? It's so fucked up! Oh my god! It's alright, Rocky. I can tell you right now, it doesn't get any better, buddy. I just want pictures, man. Let's see, let's see. Ooh, I haven't... What the fuck gun is that? Yeah, let's use that one. File is bigger than 2 megabyte. Go fuck yourself. I can't change the picture, so we're all fucked. Wow, I'm having a bad day. My former Delta Force. No, I am not. 2016 Dodge Challenger here, SRT. Nice. Scat Pack or Hellcat? Patrick comes in and says, nice, impressive collection. Yeah. Is today Friday? Am I fucked up? Is today Friday? What the hell's going on? I can't pick up that phone because it's fucking filming right now, so I'm screwed. I know what I'll do it. I'll go to my channel and download my own goddamn pictures. What's she doing? You just did something. I know it's bigger than 2 megabytes. So is my penis, but you don't see me complaining about that, you bastard. Ooh, there's an old one. God damn it. Why do I have to use a good camera? Is that a picture of my penis? Can't put that up. Why? Why can't I be smart? I used to be smart, I swear to frickin' Christ. I don't want it to be a web file. There we go. Fuck you with your pictures, you fucker. All files. There we go. File is not an image. It's a goddamn image. Oh, doo-doo. All I want to do is change the goddamn image. So if you upload the picture from your phone, there's no cap to how big the picture can be. But if I upload the picture from here, it kneecaps the fuck out of me. Fine, let's go to Lunapic and we will shrink the fucking image. Doggo. Upload. Let's see. File size. Scale image. There we go. Smaller. There we go. Let's go and do this. There we go. There we go. 800 by 603. That should be under. There we go. Save as JPEG. Save. Edit. But see, that's not a picture of guns. God damn it. Why do you hate Glock? Glock is boring. Glock does nothing innovative, does nothing better than anybody else, but they keep on saying they do. They try to pretend that they are the best in the world when they are competent at best. That's all they do. They're competent. They're not great. They're not the best. They're just okay. They're the okayest gun I've ever had the misfortune of playing with, I guess. Where is mine? There it is. Where the fuck are these pictures? Yeah, let's load this one up. There we go. Oh, this one ought to get you guys in. It's a fucking 320. Let's see if this thing goes boom. That's what I should put in there. There we go. God damn, that was obnoxiously difficult. Your guns are sick. What is the AR chambered in? 5.56. Luke. Well, thank you for calling me from Amazon customer service. We see some people have been doing some things. Fake green screen, huh? I'm wearing a green shirt. I'm wearing a skirt, too. It looks like blue jeans, but it's a blue jean skirt. Hunting, what is up? How am I doing this evening? I'm doing pretty good. Love the pistol collection. It's the 2025 wall. So something I'm doing is moving forward. So if I put up guns, if you remember, if you go back a couple of months, on top of a bunch of them being in pawn right now to try to make money, I had a lot of guns up there from like 2024, and I'm going to just keep them for 2025. My favorite SIG is a 226 Legion. Actually, it's the 226 X5 Reserve, but I'll never be able to afford one. You haven't been here in weeks, so you thought you'd come back. Nothing wrong with that. Do you have any 22 long rifles? Yes, I have a Henry 001, just your plain old lever. And then I have a Winchester Model 1875 magazine fed but bolt action. Pretty interesting gun. I like that. Rhea says, nice choice. Thank you. Joshua, how are you tonight? If E-Rock comes in, let me know if I miss him, because he said he sent me an email. I've never seen the email, and I know that we were trying to talk about doing some shiz. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yeah, I'm not too worried. We're probably killing this live stream early tonight just because it's really fucking stuff. Sell me your YouTube plaque. You'll get another one. Just go on Temu and have your own plaque made, man. That's what I did. I got the 185,000 subscribers later. Maybe. Am I still shadow banned? I appear to be tonight, but also I didn't post videos or shorts this week, so it might be fucking with the algorithm. It's alright. I got my dog. Can't talk about sales on the live stream. I can tell you the average price for a Glock goes anywhere from $300 for a used one to $650. Actually, they go up to $1,100 if you get the one that's got the team up with Acro. The COA Glock. Yeah, considering there's 14 people watching this live stream right now, and I normally have 10 times that one. Notifications suck too, buddy. I always check. Well, here's the thing of it. I don't send out notifications when I'm going to be going live. I post that I'll be doing it early, like an hour or two before the live stream, but I don't have notifications clicked on that. If you click on notifications, it doesn't push you through the algorithm. Civil war is coming. You are well prepared. Considering the way you just spelt that, I'm guessing that you are from the South, so I got you, brother. You got a water gun that looks like a Glock? Probably made with the exact same plastic. Hello! I'm the guy that will never get a Glock from Glock for Glock purposes unless I buy that Glock, which I've done. I don't care. I'll buy whatever I need to. Yeah, I need a haircut. I got to shave. I need to shave. I have to shave. Yeah, it's not a good day. Not a good day. But I got my dog, so fuck everything, man. Isn't that right, buddy? You okay, Rocky? You good, buddy? He's like, would you? I heard my name. I don't care. Yeah, good boy. You my good boy. So I got to film a bunch of guns tonight. What state are you living in? Constant state of anxiety.
Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah, he doesn't care. Who would win in a Mexican standoff? You, Chanson, or Pistol Pete? Since none of us are Mexican, would we ever find ourselves in one of those? And I would destroy Chanson. No, Pistol Pete is a professional shooter, so he would kill us both. It's hard to be neighbors with me when I'm living in anxiety because my next door neighbor is lust. So it's really weird. Hi, Rocky. How are we tonight? We're fine. We're okay. We are shadow banned to fucking all no get out though, dude. 19 people watching one of my live streams in the first hour. We are screwed. And that's what the funny thing is too, because I'm gonna start pushing the channel harder into starting next week. So I'm going all online from my store, and I'm gonna be pushing my YouTube channels. But yeah, I'll just hang out and see what happens for an hour. If nobody comes in, John just says he came across his channel. Nice. It is showing up. So YouTube's basic way of promoting the short side of their channel is they will promote you for about an hour. If you're not getting natural traffic at that point, they just stop promoting you. Yeah, and they're fucking me over tonight. How's business going at the store? Pretty bad. That's why I'm going online only. 20 people in here like the button for suck's sake. Yeah, no, this is a really bad night for me. Normally we get about 100 to 200 concurrent viewers. So this is terrible. And I'm not trying to play the metrics game. I'm just saying this sucks. It's actually really, and it's nothing against you people that are here. And by you people, I predominantly mean white people. But it's one of those things where it gets really stagnant really fast when there's only 10 to 12 to 15 to 18 people. I usually prefer to have a lot more than this in here. So if it doesn't pick up by 9 o'clock, we'll be ending early. There's no reason to force you guys to sit here because you're trying to be loyal, and there's no reason for me to suffer through that shit. Yeah, I don't trust white people. White people scare me. White people will smile at you while stabbing you in the back while pretending to hug you. I don't trust white people. I'm not white. I'm Asian. Rara, what's up? With the dull knife, too. Not only will it be a dull knife, it's a dull knife that they borrowed from you and never returned. So when they finally give it back to you, it's to stab you in the back. I have a response for that, though. I just gotta send a armor-piercing incendiary their way. Oh yeah, by the way, fellers, this is what 5 inches looks like. I think. No. Wait. This is what 4.5 inches looks like. You're also being shadow banned. It's annoying. Yeah. So I found out though, Chanson. By the way, go over to Chanson's channel and just subscribe to him, please. He's growing his channel, and we need as many 2A channels that aren't full of dip bags. Whoops. But yeah. So, anyways, I found out that Twitch will allow me to shoot at the range and demonstrate firearms on a live stream. You're just not allowed to point at the camera and wave it around aggressively. So I will be signing up at Twitch, and we will be doing live streaming from the range on Tuesdays. Hello, Brick. There's nothing wrong with it being 4 inches, Ari. A lot of girls don't like it that wide. Newest gun on the wall. Technically, it would be the Ruger RXM that's up there. I borrowed my buddy's stock RXM for a comparison. So my RXM has a Sharps Brothers aluminum chassis on it and a Holosun EPS full size. His is bone stock out of the box. I was going to take them both to the range and do a shooting comparison to see how they feel in the hand. So the metal frame gun has a slightly different grip angle. That video will be going up tomorrow where I do the comparison from their frame to the RXM frame. So it has a much deeper undercut. So even though it's the standard 15 round frame, it feels bigger. I can get my whole hand on it. And the back strap is slightly curved, whereas the RXM is almost completely flat. So that actually does feel different. Also, RXM has a single slot rail in the front. The Sharps Brother has a multi-slot, so you can put lots of different lights and stuff on there. Like a Pepsi can. Yeah, buddy. I can see why you don't have a lot of traffic. I don't have a lot of traffic because they're all over at OnlyFans watching your mom. I was wearing it. Hello, Stone. Not losing the hat, buddy. I'll switch to the dog eating hat though. You guys want? Oh, I don't have it up here. It's up in the front. Many Glocks? Yeah, I got Glocks. I just don't care for them. They're all over at Technocratic Mom's OnlyFans channel watching her doing squats to see if the remote control falls out of her fat folds. Are FCUs and pistols really an advantage? Any safety concerns? No safety concerns. So an FCU is simply just the entire trigger pack that's removable. As long as it's built correctly, 320. You should be pretty safe. The advantage to an FCU is exactly what you see there. You can change the body of the gun, change the complete feel of the gun. And if I get the 17 round frame from them, then I'd have a full size frame gun. That's Gen 3 compatible. So technically using that frame, I could throw all kinds of different parts at it and build a bunch of custom guns. Are P90s real or is it just a made up thing? No, P90s are 100% real. What's your take on the SIG stuff? So if you watch a lot of the videos, Forgotten Weapons, Hickok, all those guys that have made their videos, they all explicitly point out the fact that the guns that are going off are the curved trigger variants, the ones that look like Technocratic's mom's penis, where they're curved. They have a little bit of a problem with that design. The flat face guns, like the one in the thumbnail, my X320, X5 Legion, well, mine has an aftermarket trigger in it anyways, but any of the X5 triggers are safe, but that rounded trigger, there's something wrong with them that allows them to drop on inertials. Do I like Canics? Yes, I like Canics. Canics are very good. Appropriate name, Sudden Silence. Let's go ahead and do this, and you can go away. You know what I'm going to do, though? I'm going to lower this whole thing down just because it ain't a little fucky-wucky. There we go. Stop scrolling! Choo choo. Choo choo. Yeah. Oh, there we go. There's a jump. All right, let's see what's happening. What are you doing, buddy? What's wrong? Come here, buddy. Come here. For those of you that don't know who I'm talking to, this is Rocky. Come here, Rocky. Come here. Come here. Come here. Up. Come here. Up. Up. Or just sit there. So this is Rocky. Say hi, Rocky. His head twists all the way around and he melts. Yeah, this is my good boy right here. It's my boy. This is what I do it for. He's the reason I get up, because I'm a dog dad, which makes me really stupid. But yeah, so that's Rocky. He's a good boy. He loves it when I brush his teeth. Come here, buddy. You want a treat? Why is your ears down? Come here. Come here, buddy. Sit. Sit. Shake. Hey, shake. Yay! Good boy. Thank you, buddy. Go play. Go play, yo play. Either my chat is frozen or you guys hate me now. Hold on a second. There it is. What state are you in? Virginia. Am I playing a game? No. Do I own a cannon? No, I have a 37 millimeter launcher, so I could probably convert that. But no, I don't have a cannon. I want to get one. Rocky, go Rocky, 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 go Rocky, Rocky. Looks like a harmless bear. Rocky is the bestest boy ever. I've had him for 3 weeks. I like him better than almost everybody I know. And yes, that includes my family. Deal with it. He has no problem listening to me. He does things. He's a little rambunctious. He's pretty young. But yeah, he's my buddy. He's my pal. You gonna go to bed? Go lay down. It's okay. Go on, buddy. Go on. Go lay down. Good boy. That's my boy. 320s will fire with a small amount of travel on the trigger while the slide is manipulated. Glocks can do the same, but the trigger needs to be at the wall. So if you go back to the original launch of the Glock 19 and Glock 17 in the United States brick, you'll know that you'll find there are actually, I think, something like 210 lawsuits that were filed against Glock for their guns doing exactly the same thing as the SIG. So Glock compensated by making the trigger more resistant to firing. The other benefit that the Glock has is the fact that the Glock has the trigger safety. The 320s do not. So it has that slight extra added bit of safety. But yes, SIG is having the problem that Glocks used to have. Glock just announced the Glock GOA will not be distributed to the civilian market. This is an indication it will only be available for the military for now. The GOA? What's the Glock GOA? Probably get the military. Oh, yeah, they'll step up because all they have to do is just re-engineer the frame molds and they can create the safeties. Yeah, nobody at YouTube would use the word doobie since most of the YouTube account managers are not American, so... Hello, Mouse. Do I have cargo shorts? No, I have terrible damage to my legs, so I don't wear shorts. Yes, SIG is totally in the wrong with especially the way they're handling it. When Glock eventually agreed that their guns had a problem and fixed it, that was basically it. But also, we didn't have the internet at the same capacity in 1989. What's your store name? Wind City Armory. Is FM Scars better than an M4? No, an FN Scar is not better than an M4. It's just another way of firing metal projectiles at incredibly fast speeds. Dodge, what is up? Why is everybody coming in so late? And, you know, we're not going very long because I'm pretty sure I'm fucked right now on YouTube. I don't know much about guns, but I do know if one thing is if they're not already in the military, if they add Glocks in the military, it'll just be like the average day in America. But Badlands, sorry, this is long. Yeah, I don't understand what you're saying either. Galil is better than an M4. No. You just got off work. Don't give me that shit. You should be watching at work. You should be signing your buddies and your bosses up to my channel, God damn it. I need everybody to go full ninja and sign up people without their knowledge or consent. I don't give a shit. No, that's a joke. That is a 100% a joke. Do not do what I just said. Let's see other fucking shits on my Lightkeeper service. What is that? I don't even use 32-bit Windows. What the hell's going on there? Let's see. That was an extension. That was an application for 2023 that's still running. So I got to figure out what the fuck that is. Uh-oh. Yeah, I love a redirect. Let's see what that is. Oh, that's my Oculus. Okay, that's fine. Runtime broker, yeah, those are always good to have. User mode, front driver host, that looks completely safe. It's been on there since May, so if it's a Trojan, I haven't seen anything. Emma, hello. Long stroke piston is better than direct impingement. It's cleaner for sure and better for suppression. Shig should scale up the 365 design. Well, technically they shrank the 320 design and modified it to make the 365, so it's kind of backwards. Have I shot any 25 or 32 pistols? Yes, I own a 1903 Pocket Hammerless, which is in 32 ACP, and a Colt Junior in 25 ACP. They're fine. Let's show you some of the guns. Let's get the guns back on stream. You know, I have to admit my stress is lower. If you see my beard, it doesn't have much gray in it comparatively to last month because I got my dog. Really? You're using the entire bed just as a pillow. I love that dog, but he is a little bit rattled in the brain pan like his owner. You missed why YouTube fucked you. I don't know, dude. It's probably because I didn't upload any full-length videos this week, and I think I did one short or two shorts. And if you fall off on your daily game on the short side of YouTube, they fuck you over. Yarnaby, he's going to take off. All right, man. Thank you for coming in. What gun do you shoot the most? Usually whatever I'm carrying will get the most roundage through it. Right now, I've been carrying my Influencer X 1911, so I've been putting rounds down range out of that thing a lot. I'll probably wind up switching back to my Para Ordnance 45. I also found an ammo box laying around that I totally forgot I had that I got from my buddy Daniel that's got like 700 rounds of 45 in it. So it gives me a reason to shoot some 45 stuff. You want the Sea Camp. It's a pretty little gun. It's pretty. They are a pain in the ass to work on, though, man. I've had to work on them before. I didn't know that, thanks. Yeah, if you fall off, YouTube stops promoting you because they're not making money off you if they're not promoting if you're not putting up fresh material. You're looking at a website with 10.5 uppers and 300 legend. That's interesting because 300 legend, if I'm not mistaken, will run out of an AR-15. The one I want is an AR-10 chambered in 450 or 450 legend. Any favorites for a red dot on a handgun? Very new to the idea, looking at a Holosun. Holosun is a great entry level. It's not even entry level anymore. They make so many different red dots. I've got one, the EPS full size that's on the RXM. That's a $500 red dot. So it's almost the same price as it is the same price, basically, as a Trijicon RMR. So Holosun is a great company for reliable optics. They aren't as strong as the RMR stuff, but they've never said they were. but they are more than adequate for 99% of us. I like their product. Yeah, so we're having some fun. Next would probably be Trigicon, of course. If you're going to spend in the same money, Trigicon is hard to beat. Yes, if you look up there, the stainless one above my YouTube play button is a Para Ordnance LDA double single stack, and I also have the 1345 double stack, and I have the Black Ops. 50 Beowulf and an AR platform sounds fun. It is. It's going a lot slower than a 5.56, but man, it is a big round. Is that a real background? Well, I mean, technically, even a fake background is really behind you, so technically it's all real. Everything is fake and everything is real. The fact that you can break everything in the universe down to binary ones and zeros and make it all a mathematical formula proves that we live in a simulation. But on the other hand, yeah. Pistola.50. Yeah, well, I can't. Unfortunately, truth, I can't pick up guns on a live stream, so sorry. Me, I like a 50. Yeah, we're only going till 9. At 9 o'clock, I'm ending it. I mean, the live stream. Don't read in the fact that I just picked up a mag. Duh. I just have magazines always laying around. So, here's one of my spare checkmates. This is my 20 rounder. That's a stick of deodorant. Here's a CZ75 mag for no reason. I mean, it is my gun corner, so that makes sense. Also, I designed my case with the help of some of my buddies, my new PC case that I'm going to be building in. I'm putting guns inside my PC case. It's going to be cool. What time is 9 o'clock in Pacific time? 17 minutes from now, drunk. The viewership is off, and I don't want to drag people through the same questions over and over, so. Technically, we never touch anything either due to atoms. 100% correct. Yeah, dude, if the live isn't going to be involved, then, you know, I'd rather spend some time doing nothing, man. Let's build a 240 Bravo and 54R just because. That would be fun. Right now, my daily carry is a, well, it's always a 1911, but right now it happens to be the Gerson Influencer up there with the optic on it. That is my daily carry right now. So the carry comp and Shield X slides are interchangeable. Yeah, they use the same geometry. Please do a video on the Steyr Scout. That's going to be difficult because I sold it. Am I going to the range tonight? No, I go on Tuesdays. Mouse, I only go on Tuesdays. No, tomorrow I got to drive my folks to the airport, and then I will go on Tuesday. Rocky's going to stay here. I don't take him to the range, so I'm going to have to crate him for a couple of hours. I'm getting a bigger crate. I got a 36-inch crate, tall, 36-inch tall. It's not big enough, so my buddy has a one that will give him more room to sleep, stuff like that. Nice, have fun, good call on not bringing Rocky. Yeah. Yes, truth. Para Ordnance stopped being a company in 2016. They have not been around for almost 10 years. I had Chinese food, actually. I had some fried rice for dinner. Leftovers. I've been eating that same fried rice for 3 days because, you know, I just don't have time to eat, really. It says you should get the package on Monday. That's cool. If I do, I'll try to fit the frame. And if the frame fitting goes well, I'll take the gun with the rainbow frame to the range on Tuesday. Woody, what's up, man? Long time. 5.56 or 5.45? I'm not really a long gun guy, so I just run basic bitch stuff. So I run 5.56. Any tips for someone still rocking a VP9? There's nothing wrong with the VP9. They just released a new variant of it with better springs and stuff. The VP9 is a very effective firearm, my guy. It's not even that old of a gun. The VP9's only been around since 2017, 2018. It replaced the P30. My brother-in-law has one, but he wouldn't sell. It's not uncommon. Para ordinances, especially if you get the older ones like I have, the ones that were built in Canada, I prefer the Canadian-built guns because they are the higher quality gun. Fried rice is a great medium for bacteria to grow on. Be careful with that. Nah. The VP9 just came to California. Yeah, the new variant of it is now California legal. Yeah. Glock 21 is 45. Glock 20 is 10 millimeter. Kanyaden and tray chairs are... Dude, I haven't seen guys like... Now, goddamn. I can't remember his name now. Just because I'm trying to. But there's a lot of people I haven't spoken to in a long time. So that's what happens with the internet and life, man. People fall off. I remember everybody. I just, people just disappear. Crypto. I haven't talked to him in a long time. 30 Mauser versus 9mm Makarov. I mean, very different rounds. I prefer the Mauser over the 9mm Makarov. 9x18 is fine, but it's nothing impressive, whereas the 30 Mauser is fucking solid. VP9 versus PDP. I'd go with the PDP. It's a little bit more modern platform in terms of that. It has better spring rates. It's a faster gun. But the VP9 will hold its own. Nerds, what's going on? Do you like the Glock 21? No, I don't like Glocks in general. I don't care for Glocks. Yep. McManus, yeah, no, I still talk to him and Stone on the phone, so I don't really need to be on with them too much. But yeah, it's the way it goes. Life moves on. McManus finally found a girl that likes him, so he's spending more time getting laid. I'm totally for that. Good for him. Also, since I told my mods to stop just removing people, DB and McManus have gotten stink face about it. Yeah, just keep spamming, Dragon. That really gets me to say something. But yeah, let's see. What else do we got going on? So I'm starting to work on my customer's custom Spectre comp, so that'll be good. That's good about McManus. Yeah, no, that's the way life goes. I got my dog, and that's why I'm not filming as much. I'm definitely going to be filming tonight, though. You think a CC9 size DA SA gun would do well on the market? I mean, historically, they don't. So, no. What's the stainless steel slided gun behind your head? If you're talking about the one with the black frame, that is the Sarshamal's B6P or B69P. It's it's actually a Tanfolio clone with a polymer frame. Hello, below average. You've shot 30 Mauser out of your TT33 during COVID. Is that safe to do? Even though they're chambered for 7.62 by 25? I didn't know you could do that. Everyone make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Yep, everybody do that. It's actually less pressure. Oh, I guess that makes sense. So, I had an original Tokarev, no safeties, nothing like that, pre-import ban. Yeah, that's the one gun that I don't like anymore because I ND'd into my wall. My own fault. But yeah, that was my negligent discharge gun. So I didn't feel safe with it, so I got rid of it. Accuracy suffered. Interesting. Do I like the Berettas? What's your opinion on them? Berettas are fine. They're nothing fancy, nothing impressive, nothing that I give two squirts of piss about, honestly. Yeah. What clone guns are better in your opinion versus well-known name brands? Tanfolio, like their stock 2s and their elite lineups are probably better than most regular 75s. It takes a Shadow 2 or a Tactical Sport to beat a Tanfolio. I mean, technically 1911s from Nighthawk Customs, even like a real Terran Tactical 1911 or 2011 is still better than an original Colt, because technically they're all clones after the Colt pattern. Not the other way around. If I use Tokarev ammo on my C96, it would be catastrophic. Yeah, no kidding, right? My favorite handguns are 1911s. 1911s were the first guns I shot as a owner. The first gun I ever shot was actually a 22 caliber revolver, but the first gun I ever purchased was a 1911, a double stack 1911. So cool. Hello from Canada. Hello, Robert. How are you? Now we're going to talk in radio announcer voice. What is your favorite handgun? 1911s. JC says, I have a Beretta A300. That's a ton of fun. Only Beretta I have. Good choice. I like the Beretta A300 as well. I prefer the Mossberg 930 Tactical, but it's also because I'm a cheap bastard. I think Terran Tactical Ranch may have burned down. That whole part of California is on fire right now. Aw. Would you put a Shadow 2 above a 2011? No. The modability of a 2011 will put it above a Shadow 2. Now, Tactical Sport Orange, if you're going out of the box for $2,000 guns, the Shadow 2 is probably better than most of the $2,000 2011s that are out there. But I can do more with a 11 than I can with a Shadow or even a Tactical Sport because of their trigger systems. They're much more difficult to modify their weights and polish them compared to a 1911. A 1911, it's literally you pull out the safeties, 3 roll pins, and you can take the entire fire control system apart and swap out individual pieces. Hello, Tyrone. Can you imagine him all naked and sweaty and greasy with those bimbos? Not anymore. Thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and cover myself in honey and let Rocky eat my head. Damn, guns really cost $2K. For competition style guns, starting at $2K is the average. I've got a STI Grandmaster, which is what Staccato eventually turned into. Fuck Staccato. Sorry. I know if somebody from Staccato happens across this live or a replay of this video, yeah, you don't have to worry about me ever contacting you for a test gun. But yeah, I have an STI Grandmaster. They go for about $4,500 now. You need a Browning high power up on the wall. I've had one. I've had several before. I just haven't bought one yet in 2025. I had an original Belgian high power. Woo, get it. Woo, get it. Come here. I want to take your collar off. Come here. Come here, buddy. Rocky, come. Come here. Come here. It's okay. Come here. I'm just going to take your collar off. That way you can scritch. He can scritch and he can scratch. Good boy. There you go. Have a treat. Yeah, buddy. Good boy. There. See? Now when you're itchy, you can scratch your itchy, 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 itchy. Yeah. Who's my good boy, huh? Go ahead. You probably shouldn't scratch your dog's neck while he's trying to swallow. Good boy. Good boy. Thanks for letting me know. Grew up shooting 1911. Loving them. Want to get a hold of Shadow N22, but pulling me up to change. Ugh. Yeah, no, 100%. So, 100%. Can I manufacture comps or suppressors? No, I do not have a manufacturing license, and suppressors require an extra step on top. So, no. Comps, I can cut a comp into anything. That's fine. Hey, what's up? What's that Beretta on the wall? It's not a Beretta. It's a Gerson. It's the Gerson Regard. It's a clone of the Beretta M9 series, but that is a sport version, so it's got extended controls. The takedown lever acts as a gas pedal. It's pretty cool. TSOS 1911's okay. Yes, I've got a few of them. I've had my issues with the company in the past, but they have stepped up in a very large way. They sent me out multiple guns to test. I've taken apart their guns. I've checked them out. I took that BR9. So that's a TSOS right there. That one I took to the range, and I've got about 700 rounds through it now, and it runs perfect. If they can make 1911s in 10 millimeter, then why no 45 Colt 1911s? Because 45 Colt is a rimmed cartridge, 10 millimeter is not. So a rimmed cartridge cannot be stacked the same way the regular cartridge can. For example, here's a 45 ACP. So as you can see, the rim, it has an edge for the extractor to grab onto, but the rim does not stand proud. Whereas, well, that's not going to work because that's made for semi-auto as well. But a 357 Magnum or 38 Super, for example, those are a rimmed cartridge. Those are held into the cylinder by the rear of the cartridge, and they stack funny. For example, look at a 22 long rifle, like a TX22. When you fill up the magazine, Taurus TX22, the rounds do this. So, did your channel go dark for a while? No, YouTube put me on shadow ban because they said that I was violating rules, and they age restricted 2 of my videos. And when they age restrict a video, they automatically shadow ban you. What would it take for a civilian to legally acquire a short barrel shotgun? Simply fill out a Form 1 for a short barrel shotgun license tax stamp, and then you can cut one down as short as you want. Rim lock aside, we can account for that. Probably also because 45 Colt is probably, let me double check before I say this out the side of my mouth. 45 Colt pressure. So, 45 Colt has a maximum pressure of 14,000 PSI. Where 45 ACP is 21, so it is significantly more powerful. There's probably a chance that 45 Colt isn't strong enough to fire, to cycle the slide on a 1911, or any semi-auto for that matter. I'll design it. They make Desert Eagles in 44 Magnum. Yeah, 44 Magnum is a much more powerful cartridge than 45 Colt. Rim lock sounds like a dirty word. I can't go to the bathroom. I've got rim lock. You okay, buddy? Yeah, he's walking away. There was an incident. Well, yeah, there's been a few, like, individual shootings. What do you think? You're thinking about the CMMG Descent to replace your AK. What's my opinion? I like the CMMG in general. I like their guns. So, First Amendment, right to free speech, Second Amendment, freedom, right to bear arms, all that stuff is only applied to the public. As a privately held company and a privately held entity that is a commercial entity, YouTube is not required to honor First Amendment, Second Amendment, anything like that. It's simply put into their terms of service that you agreed to when you signed up for an account with Google and then with YouTube. Because it's a privately held company, they're not required to follow First Amendment. You're signing a document saying that you are going to not use bad language, you're not going to show things like this, you're not going to do blah, 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 blah. YouTube is run by a bag of dicks. It is a box of dicks. They're not above the law, they're held to a different set of laws. It's like you as an individual, Dodge. If you own a private business, you have the right to refuse service to anybody for any reason. You have the right to ask people to leave. You have the right to do all kinds of stuff. As a privately held company, you can do whatever the fuck you want. And there's nothing that the U.S. government can do unless you yourself, in enacting those, are violating somebody else's rights. But as a user of the platform, and I don't like when people go on huge fucking tirades on YouTube talking about how YouTube is killing their careers and taking away their ability to make money. You filled out a document to become monetized on YouTube. You didn't apply to work for YouTube. You didn't apply to work for Google. You're not employed by YouTube. They are in no way responsible for you making a living. So I can tell you that 99.5% of people that are monetized on YouTube would never get a job with YouTube because they wouldn't get hired. They wouldn't make it through the interview process because people in general, the public in general, is just a bunch of dickbags who like stupid shit. Bought a 13 round magazine from Mag Warehouse. It rattles when it's full for a Glock 21. What could be the problem? If it rattles, that just means that it's a Glock. No, the follower is probably sticking a little bit, or the follower design. Is it a factory Glock mag, or is it a Pro mag, or is it a P mag? Who's the manufacturer, Tyrone? What's your preference, Talon grips or combat textiles? I really don't mess with different companies. I use Talon grip tape, and I cut it to fit. All my 1911s that don't have front strap checkering get Talon tape on them. Same thing with my CZ75s. Mine does that too. It's an actual Glock mag. Yeah, so it's just simply probably the follower is sticking just enough to allow the rounds to rattle. As long as it's still feeding reliably, it doesn't matter. I mean, I use 1911, so they really don't rattle, but like my followers don't rattle. But I also don't use cheap shit. I don't use that polymer bullshit. That's a joke, by the way. I 100% use that polymer bullshit. Oh, shit. I lost part of one of my mag releases. Well, that's it. I don't want the gun anymore. Thanks for going live, even with the low turnout. Have a good night. Thanks, brother. We're at 40-something. We'll hang out for a little while longer. You okay, bud? What'd you eat? You okay? You okay? Come here. You okay? Come here. You okay? What's wrong? What's wrong, buddy? Rocky. Rocky, come here. Come here, buddy. You're okay. Yeah, you're okay, buddy. Yeah. Are you mad because I keep talking? He leaves the room when I play VR, too. Probably because I'm not making any noise, because I'm wearing headphones when I'm playing VR, and I'm waving my hands around like a dumbass. And all he's seeing is me with something on my head, waving my arms around. Who's a good boy? Yes, you are. Hold on. Don't move. I mean, your nose feels fine. You're not acting like you're sick. It's because I got him on dry kibble now, too. What do you think about the 320 update? It's not really much of an update. It's just media is latched onto it because SIG decided to handle it completely the wrong way. The 320s have been having this problem for a decade. It's just the cycle of news. When a gun goes bad and then all the other companies start telling you that they're going to make their guns drop safe because of another company's problems. Yeah, it just kind of, it got more popular. Don't take a bullet out then. It doesn't matter, dude. It's as long as the mag functions right, who cares if it rattles? Honestly. It's a Glock. The whole gun rattles. Double tap your phone screens. It helps the stream. Also, even if you're watching on a computer, go pick up your phone and double tap the screen. I'm sorry, what'd they just say? Malcolm Jamal Warner's mom breaks her silence after his death. His mission on Earth, blah, blah, blah. I can't see it. Gymnasts help the U.S. win multiple, but behind the glory lures some truly devastating. Yeah, whatever. Sorry, things pop up. Just popping in real quick before I go live on Twitch. All right, King, you do you. If it rattles when you're in stealth mode, that could blow your cover. Don't use a Glock if you're in stealth mode. Yeah, I've seen all the updates. Unfortunately, I own a gun store and I have a channel dedicated to firearms. Yes, I am unfortunately aware of a lot of different things going on. Are FRTs worth a damn? Binaries were a flop. Binaries aren't a flop. They're still a thing. I got a binary in that gun. It's fun because it makes the switch 3 position. So when I make a video every now and then, people forget that it's a binary. So when I go from safe to auto to binary, people think it's full auto. No, the issue with binaries, FRTs, super safety, etc., is that they're all wasting ammo. Only people that have not spent hours reloading mags or hundreds of dollars for 5 minutes of fun want full auto. What top shelf AR brands do you carry? In reference to what? With my gun store, I can get whatever brand you want. Hope the package gets to you. I'm a little worried because of how hard the lady chucked it. And it looks like it's still in my city. Well, here's the funny thing, Mouse. I learned this a long time ago. They're not required to scan anything. They scan it when you drop it off, but no carrier is required to scan it. So we'll see what happens. So my store is extremely small. I don't carry lots of guns in stock. And in fact, I'm eliminating most of the guns that I carry in stock right now because I'm going online only. Did you take the Rete to the range yet? No, I did not. I was going to go on Tuesday, but I didn't feel good, so I just stayed in bed and then hung out with my dog. Used binaries for my coyote guns for the zero resistance follow-up shot for the run. That makes sense. But you also have a reason to run it. That's a big difference from people that just go to the range. So it's one of those things. If my buddy wants to shoot my binary, that's fine, but they have to buy the ammo they're going to shoot because they try to run as fast as they can. And some of my friends have really fast trigger fingers. I don't. But they like going fast and wasting an entire mag of ammo in like a heartbeat. What's your favorite glass to put on an AR? Primary Arms optics. I like Primary Arms. They're reasonably priced, pretty solid quality. That one currently has a Burris full field on it because they sent me that for being an ambassador for their company. I make videos on their stuff when they send them to me. But typically that runs a 4-power SLX scope. And the one I actually run is made for 30 cal. That way I can run super hot ammo if I want. Is binary or forced reset better? Binary is more controllable in my opinion than the forced reset. If you're spamming a FRT, you can get it to jam pretty easily. I didn't know Cabela's won't ship ammo to you directly. I tried to order a few boxes and it wouldn't ship. I thought they could ship up to 5 boxes. I did not know that either, King. Random fact, the blob of toothpaste on a toothbrush has a name. It's called a nurdle. There was once a lawsuit over which toothpaste company had the right to portray it. Interesting, kind of like Dairy Queen's swirl. Thoughts on the Prodigy? It's an interesting gun. I had one when they first came out. I've had several since. Shoot fine. I need to get another one just because I'm going to be doing a big 2011 roundup. I've got a bunch right now, and I need to get more guns under the 2K range in order to do some follow-ups. So Bursa is sending their new 2011 to me. I have to buy it if I want it, but they're giving me a very tempting price on it. But I've got the Rock Island full-size 1911 double stack, which does qualify because it's a double stack 9mm. I've got the Live Free Armory. I've got the T-Sauce. I've got 2 Gersons. So... yeah, the Prodigy feels really nice. You go until 10? Yeah, I'll stay on for a while. But no, actually I'm not. Only for a little while longer. How do you like the Bursa as a knockoff Walther? If you're talking about the Bursa Thunder, it's... honestly, if you've ever shot a real PPK, they have about the same quality and same reliability. I read that an FRT option for an MP5 type clones actually increase the rate of fire versus a real MP5. I guess. I don't know. Used Prodigy comp for $800. Verified it runs mint. That's actually a really solid price. Yes, I would definitely buy one for that price. It's your favorite and famous boss lady. Okay. Half the price or more, so I'm going to get a Bursa. Makes sense. So a Walther PPK in 9mm Kurs 380, my cost is almost $800. So yeah, Bursa is a much better value. Honestly, if you're looking for a little 380 pocket rocket, it's going to run about the same. If I broke into your studio right now, how would I stop you? I would sick my dog on you, and then I would feed you kimchi until you farted to death. Bet you thought I'd say something stupid like picking up a gun, but guns are only for self-defense. Savage. Hell yeah, dude. My dog hates kimchi too, so he'd bite you while you were farting to death. Yeah, I opened a jar of kimchi in front of him, and he left. He was like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Am I still at Middletown? No, I left Middletown in 2023. Real stumper, 870 or 590? 590 for me. I just like the Mossberg stuff. Although in my store I have an 870 mag-fed pump. Pretty solid. I want Walther to release a Micro 9. I mean, technically 380 is a Micro 9. It's an actual definition of a Micro 9 because if you look at it, 9mm Kurtz or 9mm short is technically what 380 is. It's incredible. Nah, man, he smelled fermented cabbage, and he was like, damn, I pooped something like that once. What smells worse, kimchi or sauerkraut? Honestly, to me, sauerkraut smells worse because I grew up on kimchi. It all depends on what you grow up on. I'm sure a German dude would smell kimchi and go, oh, mein Gotten Lieben, no, this is the wrong thing. I don't know what accent this is. This is not German, Gatsa.
Mr. don't like it not today. Mr. kimchi product today.
You get points to the 870 for the steel receiver. Nice. You said that one time I was always remember to protect you from ghosts. Yeah, I hate ghosts. Ghosts are really freaky, dude. Why do ghosts haunt people, man? If I was a ghost, bro, I would be just freaking going wherever I wanted to, bro. Why do you got to be tied to a location? That's quitter thing, man. That's quitter speak. You're already dead. What are they going to do? Dead you more?
Yeah, me know the answer. We'll do the Jar Jar Binks. Me the Jar Jar Binks are underrated. Yeah.
What up, Stone? You're late, motherfather. I'm about ready to end the stream, dude.
I never really expects Jar Jar. Jar Jar just comes out of the side, don't you know, Octodad? That's what everybody likes, boss man, boss man.
If ghosts aren't real, how do you explain the fact that throughout the entire run of Star Wars that Obi-Wan became more solid as the movies progressed? Statistically, you're more likely to get killed by a home intruder than by a ghost. Well, statistically, you can eat lava once.
Elmer loves it. Elmer's gonna break into your house. Uh-oh. Elmer fucked up.
I don't understand the fear of ghosts. Honestly, I'm kidding. I'm not afraid of ghosts. I don't give a shit. I got me a Sig Sauer 1911 Spartan 2. What's your thoughts on it? Sig makes some decent 1911s. It breaks from tradition by having an external extractor, kind of like the Smith & Wesson lineup, but their guns are nice. Their finish is shit. I've got one of their stainless 1911Xs, and the finish comes off. So much that I said that, and she says she hates Jar Jar. Dude, look up the Jar Jar Binks lollipop from episode 1. It was banned immediately. The Jar Jar Binks lollipop is a toy version of his head that if you want the lollipop, his head opens, and you have to French kiss Jar Jar Binks. I once made Elmo say he was going to release his child soldiers and the room went quiet. Okay, will do. Thank you. Yep. I'm not late. I was here at 8:20. Just done eating. Fuck that. Eat later. Yeah. So, Kronk is going to tell everybody to get ready for the apocalypse. My Auto Ordnance A1 is as close to the original Colt as I can get for sub $500. That's a good price, man. You traded your Legion X Macro for a DWX Compact. Interesting. So Arsenal Firearms makes the double-barreled 1911. It used to be called the 2011 until Staccato trademarked the name because they're a bunch of dickbags. By the way, I've said it before, Glock and Staccato, they will never willingly send me a gun to review. Where can I get a cheap 45 ACP conversion kit for a 1980s IMI 9mm semi-Uzi? Does that count as nostalgia? Well, the nostalgia thing was actually, there was a picture of my old race car that I used to drive on the street. But yeah, yeah, sure. What gun should I buy if I'm a gay Chinese man? Norinco SKS. The Rock Island 9mm 1911 is better than the Staccato P anyways. Strong statement. I like the all steel frame gun. So if you miss para ordnance, get a Rock Island double stack. Rock Island double stacks are literally para ordnance guns. They bought the molds, and obviously they've tweaked them because you can't use 30-year-old molds anymore. For stamping steel, you wear them out. But that is para ordnance pattern gun. That's why it's a single piece frame versus a removable grip question. What's the hello, Michael. You don't care for the thick ass. Your XF Pro. The optics plate is thick on yours. Oh, I didn't put one on there. Okay. I need to put an optic on it, especially since it's running the Osprey now. I knew I needed to put an optic on something. I'll throw an optic on that one for the range. Yeah. I got a different optic that I'm going to put on the chassis kit, so I'm going to put that Votatu 506 on my XF Pro then. What's your coolest pistol you got? For my personal collection, if we're talking about just for sake of ownership, probably my 1939 Winchester 1894 model 3030. It was my grandfather's, and he worked for Winchester. In terms of handguns that I currently own, my Dan Wesson DWX Distressed Look. Am I good at painting? Personally, no. I can paint a wall, but that's about it. Does Rock Island Armory really make their guns out of rock? Well, I'm sure. I'm driving, so all I heard was thick ass. The 1911 double stack is a thick ass gun. Maverick, they're made out of islands, so you're fine. Yeah. Technically, everything's made out of minerals, and rocks are minerals, so everything on the planet is made out of rocks. Even you. Rocks are made out of carbon, so carbon is rocks. We're carbon-based life forms. We're rocks. The Gerson Regard MC Deluxe, is it any good? I only did a review on one, and I had the white one with the titanium nitrated barrel. I do have the Gerson MC Sport Gen 4 up there. The Gerson Regards in general are very solid. They have an issue with compatibility for magazines, though. They can't run Beretta mags. You have to run Gerson mags. Jaime, Rock? Not only are you a rock, but you're on what's colloquially called the third rock from the sun. I don't know why I can't say colloquial, because I can say it unless I'm using it in a sentence. Colloquial. I knew I always felt different. That's right, buddy. When somebody messes with you, you say, go ahead and hit me. I am a rock. Actually, tell people you're rock hard, and most people won't want to punch you. I've been considering the lock grip short and magwell for the DWX. Yeah, I like lock stuff. I'm running just standard, just G10 grips on mine right now because I went with a dulled out red since I went with the distressed look. But yeah, I get it. I'm a stone. I don't do rocks. Technically, all stones are rocks too. All stones are rocks, but not all rocks are stones. So technically, you're like a square. So all squares are rectangle, but not all rectangles are squares. Hello, DB. Yeah, you're coming in late, and we're going to be ending soon. Copious compilations, yep. Rocky is Rocky. Yeah, I actually own Rocky. Which grip pattern did you go with? Just like the, I don't have it up there. It's in pawn right now. Just a standard G10, that bubble grip. I don't have one up there with the same grip. Basically what's on that gun. It's got the dots below it with the sunburst. I love the rainbow. CZ75, what are your thoughts? I like the platform, but I prefer full railguns. I don't really care for the cuts that they use, the high power style cuts. Not a fan. Skittles, taste the rainbows. Yeah, DB, I saw all your pictures. I enjoy them immensely. Send pictures of your girl, though. What was I saying? Yeah, like I said, we're not going too long. Dan Wesson, what about them? Fruit Loops are all the same flavor. Yeah. You eat enough of it, anything's the same flavor. The only thing you can't eat a lot of is Captain Crunch. That shit tears you up. What's your credit score? I believe it's below a 200. I keep it low on purpose. That way nobody will give me a loan. Yeah. Yeah, I take out high interest credit cards with terrible repayment rates so that I don't have to pay them back. I I fill out every pre-approved application I get to. Mini 14. M&Ms are different flavors. No, they're just different colors as well. Do you like Dan Wesson's? I'm a little bit tiffed at Dan Wesson right now because they went with the super cheap coating on the DWX. So I had the DWX original release way back in 2023 when they first came out. Other than the barrel coating being shit, the gun itself had a good finish. And this year I bought the 2025 optics cut version, and it scratched with my fingernail. Mrs. Mouse said she would try Magic Spoon cereal, and she recommends a fruity flavor. I've been getting a lot of ads for Magic Spoon, so I may wind up trying them out. What happened to your Dan Wesson? It's not up on the wall. I needed money, so it's in pawn right now. So when guns go into pawn, that's where they fucking go. I can lie to you guys and say they're just not up there, but life sucks. Everybody's selling, nobody's buying, everybody's struggling, and I got a dog, so shit happens. Very possibly. Cooking up some red snapper fillets. Nice. What revolver would you carry if you had to carry one and you want an MR73? Isn't the MR73 that Manurian or whatever it is, that super expensive one? My Ruger GP100 I'd carry. $30 worth at $11 a pound. Math. It's under 3 pounds. I'll sell most of my collection for an 1885 high-wall Winchester and 4570. I bet you would. If I sold my collection, I could buy a Lamborghini. Isn't that right, buddy? Are you dead? Hey. Stay alive, buddy. My Tavor okay? Yeah, it's fine. I forgot to get pictures. He doesn't answer me very much, so I'm going to drive over there. Which Lamborghini, though? If I sold all my guns, I could probably buy a used Aventador. I could buy a car too, but not a good one. Yeah, if I got full value for all of my guns. Yep. Hi, friend. Have a great day. Thank you. You too, sir. But then I wouldn't have my guns. Am I a veteran? No, sir, I am not a veteran. You'll never get full value. All I have to do is get more than I paid for them, which isn't hard because I don't pay shit for guns. I am a master at getting the wrong price for guns. If I bought Bitcoin at $4, I'll do you one better, DB. I could have bought it at 6 cents a coin, but I didn't. We were going to buy $1,000 worth at 6 cents a coin, but we never did. I was selling cars, and me and my buddies were joking about it because some dude was talking about how it's going to be the future, and we were laughing about it. And then one guy used 90 Bitcoins to buy a pizza, and then another guy used like 90,000 to buy a Tesla. What's my oldest gun? 1903 pocket hammerless, built in 1907. My buddy's blowing up my phone, so I'm going to jump out. Have a good night. Yep, no problem. You too. Losers. Yeah, poor losers. I'd be a billionaire. It's good you didn't buy Bitcoin, because if you did, I probably wouldn't have met you. No, I think I'd be the same person. I would just have much better shit. That is true, though. I would probably be a rich prick living in New York. I want you to think really hard real quick, Tim, about international arms dealing laws. And then ask that question to yourself again. You got a Draco? No, Clay, I have class. Hey, dude, you good? Nah, my eyes are fucked up. No, I was a broke price. I prefer that. Dude, I was addicted to gambling at the time. If money was not an option, what would you buy? The moon? Made 11K off Dogecoin, and then lost 3K a month later. Oh, I made a lot of money off of Dogecoin and spent it all on fucking China Ibu. Next time you have to pawn the Gerson, I'll take it on pawn and I don't charge interest. Yeah, but then I'd have to send it to you and then I'd have to travel down to you. Cocaina and hookers. Yes, with your curio, like you could buy the Canadian stuff and things like that. Can I show you a clock 19? No. We're going for another 3 minutes, guys. Short live tonight. What would you do with the moon? I'd push it farther away to make the oceans go nuts and then destroy the world. Sounds like a win-win for me, lols. Yeah. Yeah. So my T-Sauce rep is working on getting me the double stack comp, so that's good. What's your favorite gun brand? Right now, it's still Nighthawk Customs. 1911, money no option. I'd get a Nighthawks Custom double stack in 45. You're thinking about South America or Europe? Yeah, I mean, I believe it works the same. I just know that there are companies with CNR licenses that import all the Canadian stuff that's being that needs to be gotten rid of. Like Canada got rid of, what was it, 30,000 high powers? Elaine, just go on Google. We can't handle guns on live streams on YouTube. They're a bunch of dicks. How in the hell did the Shockwave classify as any other weapon? Its overall length is too short to be a full shotgun, but too long to be a short barrel. Double stack 45, the grip's going to be huge. No more bigger than the Rock Island Para-Ordnance one, dude. I'll bring that down next time I come down to you, and you can feel it. Dude, they're actually very comfortable for us bigger people. You can get 2011s, that Night Stalker, you could get the T-Sauce version in 45 ACP, and it feels the same. Do you know if gun prices are going up because of the tariffs? Yes. In fact, they already have started to. You just aren't noticing it yet because a lot of distributors are still working through their backstock. But at the NRA show, Kimber was telling me their guns are going up by like 4%, 5%.
Hi, buddy. What's up, Rocky? Are you okay? I'm drinking Gatorade. It's good for me.
Bro, react. Burp, fart, do something. You want a treat? Dude, he is so tired right now, he doesn't want to do anything. I know the FNX 45 grip is big. It's actually about the same size as the FNX 45, dude. Hello, Alex. We're not going much longer, so I haven't been involved in shotguns, but what model would you recommend for home protection just shy of a sawed-off? Get like an 18.5-inch Mossberg 590 or a Remington 870 or a Benelli Supernova. You'll have to cut that down to 18.5. I think Supernovas are like 20, I think, is the shortest, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, you can cut one down. That means no more cheap high points. Fuck that. I'm never getting rid of the E-Cannon. I haven't been involved. You got your plumbing license. That is awesome, dude. That is awesome. That's a great career, dude. Do I prefer the Beretta or the CZ? CZ. Rocky. Are you okay, buddy? Rocky, you tired? You that tired, buddy? Dude, he is like 90% asleep right now. He feels like I feel. That's fine. He'll sleep and I can play VR. Headed into Walmart. Good night, people. Oh, you're going to see the night, people. All right, guys. Like I said, it's YouTube's fucking with me. I came on. I did the live stream for a while. The algorithm's all fucked up. It's good. Rocky can help. How's the pupper been? He's great, man, but he's being a lazy daisy today. He's tired of your shite. No, dude, you should have seen him today. He was having a crazy-ass time. This other dog showed up that he really was having fun with. They came flying at us so fast, we thought they were going to slam into a picnic table that at the dog park. I wish I had gotten it on camera, but it was going too soon, too fast. Yeah, sorry, Paul. YouTube's fucking with me on the algorithm because I didn't post videos last week. So, yeah. Tara Tactical, how are you? You liked a couple of sloths. Thank you. They were gifts. At one point, I only had 3 toes, so my parents made a joke about it. But yeah, they went and somehow both dogs, while running full speed, they did that move from Fast and Furious. They just like dropped down and slid under the table through the dirt. Everybody make sure to hit the like button. Yeah, guys, thank you very much for coming and hanging out. Today's live stream was a little off. I apologize. Come back Monday. Regular video schedule resume on Monday, technically Tuesday. They did, man. It was crazy because they were running full speed. We don't know how they missed. They were just that fast. Both of them at the exact same moment went zoof. It was crazy. And you have to find them a baby. Greg. It'll come back. We got you 6. Yeah. Also, the other reason why I'm slowing up the store is so that I can focus on YouTube. So I'm going to focus on the gun channel. I'm going to focus on the tech channel. And I'm going to focus on Rocky's channel. So Rocky's channel is just me documenting him day to day. Just putting up silly videos of things I'm teaching him to do and things he was learning. I just want a record of him. You know, dogs don't live as long as humans do. So in 10 years, 12 years, whatever, he'll always be on the internet. He'll be alive forever. So how many guns do you have? Too many. When are you going to show some range time with the XF? I thought I did a range trip with video with that. I have it filmed. I just need to edit it. So I'll put that up next week. I promise. That's right. I took the XP Pro to the range, not the XF Pro. So I will definitely be taking that. Thank you, Tara. I'm also doing a stupid thing with the XF Pro because it's got an aftermarket barrel in there. I want to do a stupid shorts video. I'm sending an extra barrel out and having the barrel ported, and I'm going to put the suppressor on it to see what happens when you shoot a ported barrel suppressed. Rocky never dies. Yeah. Do you have the hottest gummy bear on earth? Yep. I offered to eat it on live stream, but nobody wants to pay the going price because I set it exceedingly high on purpose. I also have the world's hottest chocolate bar. Am I waiting on the zombie apocalypse? Hell no, I'm not waiting on the zombie apocalypse. In the zombie apocalypse, I'm becoming a zombie. I will definitely rather be a zombie. Before you, what's a good movie I should throw on? Thunderbolts. Where'd you get it at? Some dickbag named Stonehaven sent it to me as a joke, and he wants me to eat it. It's actually a smart idea, a suppressor on a ported barrel. No, I actually don't think it's going to work. I'm pretty sure it won't cycle, Michael, because the pressure escaping, I think, is actually going to make the gun not cycle correctly. $500 for the gummy bear. Oh, yeah, I set the price stupidly high so I don't have to do it. If some dum-dum, sorry, you're dumb if you're paying me $500 to eat a gummy bear. But if you pay me $500 to eat a gummy bear, then I'll do it. What's up, Jenks? You have a 12-gauge shotgun. That's awesome. Ported barrel suppressed sounds dangerous. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be wearing a full face shield for it because the blast is going to be extreme because it's going to be sending all of the gas backwards. But the gun itself will be able to handle it. What country? I don't know, man. I never actually think about that. Make it 12 for the butthole burn. I am not Darkside Phil. 500? Oh, hell no. No. It's 500 Cash App. I ain't waiting 6 weeks to get paid. If you fuckers pay me through YouTube, I ain't eating it for 6 weeks, and you have to pay me 30% more. It's $6.50 if you fuckers pay me through YouTube. You go fishing? Yeah, for credit cards. Hello, ma'am. Oh, no, it seems that I overcharged you. Can you please send me the extra money back? Go get a gift card. Six weeks and they take 30%. So what happens is it waits until the next month cycle. So it depends on when it happens. But no matter when it happens, it always goes into the next month. I need to get a Bursa Plus with the suppressor to keep in the house. Call me. I'll get you the best deal possible. Well, not on the suppressor, but on the gun. What slide is that to your left? That is the Daria Arms DY9. It goes with the gun that's next to it. Daria sent me their Island barrel kit. I have both tops now. What's your biggest fish? I tried to get Elon Musk's credit card, but he didn't remember what a credit card was because he just tells people to get him shit. RMR. Acro is fine, but RMR is a no-brainer carry optic. Acros are a little bit more sensitive sometimes. Bursts are cool until the enemy has a real gun in hand. Learn to aim, and any gun can be as deadly. What truck do you like? I currently have a 2015 Ram 1500, and I also have a 2014 Lincoln Navigator. You like your RMSCs? I like that a lot of guns are direct cut for it because it keeps them narrower. The Gerson up there is running a O-Sight RMSC pattern direct mount, and it's almost the same width as the gun. Whereas guns like the Rock Island 5.0 has a plate that sticks out on the side because it's running an RMR. Surefire versus Streamlight for weapons light. Either one will do you fine. It's depending on your budget. Surefire is probably a little bit better quality, but Streamlight will do you, no problem. Our Triticons actually as durable as people say they are. Absolutely dog all my gun stuff. They are very durable. Their glass is hard to break. However, you can get delamination with the lenses. So keep that in mind. You got a Balder S. I've got the Balder. I have the Balder on that one. So the T-Sauce is running a Balder. I don't know why it reminds me of Beretta a little bit. What brown gun is that? It's a chassis kit for their Glock. No, I do not have the 365 AXG Legion. It's way too expensive for what it is. What about Bruni? No idea what that is. Hello, Claire. What delamination would be on pretty much every optic? It can be, but go watch PewView, and you'll see he's had a bunch of them delaminate. Balder nice. Balder Mini is nice for the PX4 sub. Yes, it is.
Rocky!
Rockford. Rockwood. Rocky. Okay, thank you. Dude, he breathes so shallowly that I don't always see him breathing. Do you have a Shadow Systems? No, because I'm not overpaying for a Gen 3 Glock. Chassis made by who? Oh, I apologize. It's made by Recover Tactical. It's called the P1X. It's pretty cool. It kind of converts it into a reverse bullpup AR-15 style. Shadow Systems don't make anything that justifies a $900 price point for their gun. Many companies manufacture ported guns, lots of different Glock clones that are in the $500 range. There's literally no reason to spend $900 for a Gen 3 clone. Dog's low-key dropping nukes off cam. Oh, dude, his farts peel the wallpaper, and I don't even have wallpaper. I would need to go get wallpaper just to show you how bad his farts can be. I guess named replica is used. I guess. I wish the Balder S had a strobe function. You have to get the Pro to get it. I guess. I never mess with it. Oh, so Olight reached out to me because I asked them to send me some stuff, and they found some of the old videos where I talked about them trying to use me for their R&D and shit. And now they want me to start slow and review some of their other products. I'm like, if your product is good, then it's fine. But it was the way I was handled by your rep. Your rep wanted me to put their optics on all of my guns, or their lights on all of my guns, take pictures and range videos and send them so they could use them in their promotions. No. Hello, everybody. Yeah, we'll go till 10 just because we're all talking right now. But yeah. Out of soap, Tim. I carved them all myself. I look at one of those. I'm just not sure if it's worth the money. Do you think should I get the Glock or the chassis and get the chassis for it? I can't tell you what to do, man. That's a personal decision. You can't touch guns on live streams, YME. You should send me some of the extra optics. I'm kind of like trying to get super expensive optics from people, so it's getting harder. What is your favorite? My dog. Best all-around AR barrel length for civilian use. 16-inch. 10.5 for a 300 blackout. Actually, 8-inch for a 300 blackout. No, I'm getting really tired, so let's start wrapping it up, guys. If you have any questions, just throw them out there. Hey, if you watched Jason Statham's last movie where he was shooting people with an M1 SAS inside of a building with an optic on it, doesn't make it. Who makes your cat? It's a company called FlexFit. They're on Amazon. If you weren't into guns, what else would it be? I'm into a lot of stuff, dude. Electronics. I used to collect games. I used to silver stack hunt through coin rolls. Computers, cars, always. I can't remember the name of it, but it's the one he just did last year. So he did Beekeeper, and then he did another one where he plays just a retired guy who ends up attacking a bunch of people. Am I going to see any movies? Yeah, I'm going to see the Fantastic Four and Superman movies. Oh my God, I'm so old I have ear hair that I can actually grab. Are you allowed to sell stuff that companies give you for review? Technically, there's nothing saying I can't. I just don't in general. I sold the Icarus frame because I didn't like it. But yeah, no. Some companies ask for their product back, and I've been working with some of the companies to keep their stuff, like the Rock Island up there. I'm working with Rock Island trying to keep that. Have I ever removed a 14.5 pin and weld? We did down at Middletown Firearms, but we had full equipment for it. Yeah, thank you. It's right on the edge, and it really hurts. You're going to buy the TTI Combat with the sight. Is that a good gun for a beginning? I can't tell you what's going to be a good gun for you. I can tell you it's a waste of money. Get the Mechanic SFT Pro. It's hundreds of dollars cheaper. It's the exact same gun. Don't sell it, just send it. Yeah. So when are they going to redo Smokey and the Bandit? I hope they don't, man. It's so hard to redo now. everything is done digitally now. That's one thing I like. Did you see the Thunderbolts movie? Most of the action in the Thunderbolts movie was done in camera, except for obviously the digital effects like flying and shit. Do you ever run your 1911 stock for carry, or do you have a light dot on it? So that one has a light on it, or a dot on it, just because it's optics cut, so why wouldn't I? I don't run lights because I don't like the big bulky holsters. I carry inside the waistband at the 4 o'clock, and a big bulky holster for a light retention doesn't work for me. What do you think of the DY9 on your site? Does it have any upgrades? I didn't realize it was still up there, but yes, it does have upgrades, so it's actually no longer for sale. It came with that barrel, the gold one. I can get another one. It's not a problem. But now it has the Daria Arms island top on it, or the island ported barrel on it. So, actually, Drunk, they sent me an outside the waistband holster for that chassis kit 1911. Sundown, I'm more than happy to do stupid shit, but you got to cash at me money. I'm a stupid whore, but I get paid. I don't know why I talk so loud when I'm doing live streams. Oh no. They're complaining about things. I don't give a shit. Upgrade your barrel, upgrade your advantage. Yeah, my eyes are so fucky right now I can barely read. 10.3 carbine length, 5.7, 9mm M-lock, $600. It's not a bad price. You okay, buddy? Oh, he's sleeping. He's starting to run. He's been doing that lately. He starts to like run in his sleep because he's been running so much lately that he dreams about running. It's hilarious. He's kicked me a lot of times. You should make a short with the outside the waistband and chassis like the Gun Store Guy series. I might. Smoking and the Bandit. Lol. I see the echelon is back on your site. Is it? I don't even look at my site right now, dude. I'm canceling most of the site and going with Gearfire. No military background. My dad was in the military, so I know a lot of military stuff, but I was never in the military. So that is made to carry. Yes, it is. What's the pistol for above your head? It is a pistol. Yes. Leela from Futurama, dad. You, sir. What? Is the CZ Shadow 2 too heavy, bulky for carry? Also, what's up, bud? No, I don't think it is. I would carry the SIG 320 X5 Legion, and that's a 48-ounce gun. The CZ Shadow 2 weighs less than that. It weighs 41 ounces. A fully loaded 1911 weighs 39 ounces. So 2 ounces here or there doesn't matter unless you're talking about cock. And I'm being roosters. That's happy thoughts when the dog runs. Yeah, no. He gives his playful whine sound, and then his legs start. Yeah, it's hilarious. Dude, he's got the life I wish I had. Do you tickle your dog's feet? My dog doesn't have ticklish feet. So, my dog is a rescue dog, and he was basically completely... No, I saw your name. I just didn't think about it. I'm very tired. I apologize, Forward. Forward, I'm so sorry. Forgive me, Forward. You can have my dog's poop. Thought I was going to say you could have my dog. Ain't nobody getting my fucking dog. I'll John Wick your ass. I told my buddy today that if he ever got hit by a car, I'm shooting the driver. Doesn't matter if it was their fault or mine. Oh shit! I unplugged my phone. It may die. There you go. I'm going to answer your question, Teddy. I don't know what Zaza is. Of course, I'm lying, but I don't know what it is. But anyways, he was basically completely ignored, so nothing really bothers him. I think he just had to learn to deal with everything going around him. Like, he doesn't care about loud noises. Like, his ears aren't moving. His eyes are still closed. Like nothing, dude. He just opened his eyes. That's it. Yeah, I know what it is, Teddy. I was making a joke. I'm much older than you. We used to call it the devil's lettuce. I am not ex-military. I was not allowed to join. Bro, he is so out. I'm sorry. I like my dog, okay? My dog is fucking awesome. If you were to give any life advice to somebody, what would it be? Be straight up and forward with everybody. Not offensive, but just be honest and take your lumps. It's better to be honest with somebody and let them be mad for 2 minutes than to lie to somebody for a long period of time and then lose that friend because they hate you. So be honest. Because you look higher than your uncles. Cool. Don't Google Jim Brewer. Howdy, partner. So when you clap cheeks, he won't be there watching. Oh no, I'm gonna make him be in the room. He looks me right in the face when he's shitting, so he's gonna watch me clapping somebody. Me and that lady friend of mine, we're gonna just be blup, blup, blup. He's just gonna be going, you yell at me when I do that. What's the best overall rifle caliber? You think 300 Blackout? 300 Blackout's awesome, but I'm going to go with 7.62 by 51. M1 SAS in 308. Just had to ask. It's fine, dude. I don't give a shit. Bill Burr is way funnier. Bill Burr is funny when you haven't seen a lot of him. It's the same reason why Dane Cook fell off terribly, because he repeats his patterns and his joking style. Also, Dane Cook just isn't funny. Bill Burr is funny, but if you watch too much of him, it goes bad. Is the Nair lady back? No, I am not nairing my body ever again. So if she can't handle me being a hairy boy, then we ain't having our fun. Starting yourself a collection of M9s, have a decked out M9A4, just got an M9A9. What would you say is a good price for an M9A3 in good condition? It all depends. People ask like $900 with all the accessories. Personally, as a gun store owner and somebody that has never paid retail for used guns, I wouldn't pay much more than $600 for one. Bill Burr went woke. Not really. He went woke enough to get roles on Disney. What's the largest rifle caliber you have? Currently 45-70. I missed the body. You're fine. I don't know what bull pump is, and now you're going away. I don't know what a Hornet Magnum is. If you're talking about 22 Hornet round, anything could be potentially a good self-defense round, but in terms of an ideal CCW register, I have no idea what a Hornet Magnum is if it's a gun. What's your biggest gun? I don't have like really big guns, man. I'm not a big fan of long guns. Hold on. What's a fair price for a Taurus Curve? Walk away. Do not buy one. If you can buy one for like $100, then they're fun to have as a curio, like a curious thing, but they're not worth anything. I have a 7mm bolt action for deer hunting as a break, and it's not very pleasant for others when I shoot at ranges. So if you look at the muzzle brake on the AR-15 up there, it's got the 6 vented side ports. That thing it's about 80% as loud as a Barrett, and it's hilarious. Don't play airsoft, buddy. Why would you spend all that money? I don't know. I'm not going to tell you either way, dude. Yeah, that's a personal decision. I don't have either because I don't spend that much money on my optics. I only have what's been sent to me by companies. So He's not bothering me forward. People think they can trigger me with stupid talk. It doesn't do anything. What do you think about the Micro Draco? Yeah, if you want to waste sheet metal in the AK design by building a gun that's stupid, get a Mini Draco. Feel like the Acro P2 looks better on a Glock. It's also an enclosed optic, so that's always a plus. Yeah, there's a lot of companies doing enclosed optics now. So I've got the HoloSun on my RXM. I've got the Olight O-Sight on the Influencer. I've got the Wolf EDG on the 5.0. I got the 509 Titanium that I still haven't put on a gun yet. Hello from Transylvania. Hello, how are you, Transylvania? All right, guys, we're at 10 o'clock. I'm going to show you the dog, and then I'm going to bed. So, going to unplug this. Hopefully the phone still has a charge. I'll give you a close-up of the guns, and then we're going to go away. Acros don't look right. Yeah, it's like putting a mailbox on top of your gun. So, anyways, that is the Daria Arms Island top. Hold on. Wow, that's bright. So it's got an island barrel on it, and that's the original slide. It's a custom slide, one of their custom models they built with ports and stuff. Then you got a factory RXM and my Sharps Brothers RXM. That's my buddy Alex's. He let me borrow it so that I could do a direct comparison between the two guns. My Gerson Influencer X that I fully customized and turned into a custom. It's almost like a Colt look with the two-tone, polished flat. That is the double stack 1911 from Rock Island. It's a beautiful gun, shoots amazing. The Para Ordnance LDA light double action. G-Force Arms Chronicle in the recovered 20/11 chassis. Thank you, Recover, for both of those. That's the P1X, and that's the 2011. That is the Live Free Armory Apollo 11 with the 4.25-inch barrel. It's a very good shooting gun. The grip safety sucks, so I'm going to pin it so it never has to worry about running. I'm probably Ranger Bandit. The TSAS BR9, also an excellent gun, shoots well. The Rock Island 5.0 Enhanced shoots very well. I like that one. Square barrel, it's really awesome. TSAS PX9 Duty Comp. Runs like a dream. Love that gun. Still figuring out why it doesn't lock back on empty, but I think that is just because my gun is a very early production or my mags are early production. Sarshamal's B6, very nice Tanfolio clone. Gerson Regard Beretta clone. You can see it's got the see-through window with the see-through mag, so it's cool. You can see rounds in it, but you can't actually count them because it's double stack. And then the Fusion Firearms XF Pro with the Osprey 9 2.0 on it. So yeah. Would you trust your dog with the gun? Hell yeah. I even let him pick. He picked a 1911 instead of a Glock, so I didn't have to give him back. I was going to send him back to the pound if he had picked a Glock. I was going to be like, sorry, dude, I don't care if you're the smartest dog on the planet. You're going back to the home. Here, Rocky. Rocky. Say goodbye to everybody. Hello. Oh, look at how... Oh, come on. Dogs are awesome. Have a good night, man. Badass stream. We'll catch you again on Monday. Yep. I'm loving my XF. Shoots nice and flat. Yeah, they do, dude. I've got the ported barrel for mine as well, so mine shoots extra flat. But yeah, Rocky's such a good boy. Rocky. Say bye, Rocky. Yeah. He has more beds than I do. He's got 4. All right, guys, I'm going to hit the X button, then I'm going away. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight. I really appreciate it. We'll see you on Monday.